Happy Father's Day.
Thank you very much.
Humongous.
You know what? You want to hear this funny joke?
Sure.
So my son texted me the other day. He goes, or yesterday or today. He goes, so Dad, when am I going to see you? And I'm like, wait a second. You're not going to see me on Father's Day? Like, you don't think to say, I'll see you Sunday, Dad.
Yeah.
He just says, oh, so when am I going to come by the shop? Like, when do you want me to come by the shop?
Yeah.
Obviously, I want you to come by the shop on Father's Day. Or
Yeah.
I said, Julian, don't even worry about it. If you don't remember what day to see your father, then I'll leave it alone. So I just laughed it off. You know, I'm not even upset about it. Just, it is what it is. With kids nowadays, it's the day will pass. And then they'll be like, oh, it was Father's Day. Oh,
I feel like Father's Day is definitely neglected.
It is.
Because I came in here last week thinking it was Father's Day.
Yes,
So,
it is so neglected.
how old were you when you became a dad?
So my daughter's 25, 26. I'm 56 now, so 36. 36, I was a dad prior by stepkids.
Okay.
So I became a father way younger than that.
Okay.
But I became an actual blood father
Yeah.
at 36. Because my daughter's 26. And
Yeah, so 26.
Yeah, 26. So I'm 56 now, so yeah, so 36.
What was it like? Were you afraid? Were you
I
prepared?
cried. I don't want to bring this story up again, but I cried in the hospital at the bedside when she had the birth of the child. Like, that was my most
You were in the
moment.
room.
I was in the room. I didn't watch the actual baby come out.
Yeah.
But when the actual baby came out and started crying, I started bawling on the pillow. I couldn't control myself. But I'm an emotional guy like that, right? So,
I love it.
But it was a beautiful moment. I guess being there was even more special. But now not being there is so, it's heartbreaking.
Yeah.
But at the same time, you gotta keep your wits, keep your sanity. You know what I mean? Don't let things like that. My daughter moved on. She met a wonderful guy, and she moved to Alberta, so she's happy, in a sense of.
Yeah, but you can't really move on from your family.
You can. You're like, how do you not think about me on Father's Day? Like, how do you, so. But Savannah, she's still around. That's good. But Julian, when he did that, when he said, like, what are you doing? Like, when am I going to see you?
Don't forget, it's Julian's first Father's Day as well.
Exactly.
So maybe you initiate something.
Well, you know what? I'm going to be going to our falls, so I'm not going to be even in the city.
Okay.
But I'll see when he gets back. Yeah, I'm good.
Quite a bit off the top, obviously. Yeah.
Happy Father's Day, sir.
Right, and when your heart is at 20.
Happy Father's Day, niece.
Come on.
Happy Father's Day.
But she's now.
How old were you when you became a father?
The forgotten.
Which I think is from
26, actually.
Oh, so you both had babies at 26. You guys are such little bosom buddies. How long have you and Sean been friends
It
for?
wasn't planned. At
No,
all.
I love that though. But that's like, I have,
Since we're 16, 15
yeah, my cousin and her best friend, they had children together same time too. It happens with best friends a lot.
And Lachlan and Savannah are born on the same day.
Oh,
Same
really?
day, different year, but
That's
same.
cute.
Same birthday date.
How did you feel when you first became a father? 26. 26 isn't
26.
that young.
I wasn't ready.
Really?
No, I wasn't ready. I didn't even know I was having a kid.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What
It was a surprise to me. I wasn't ready.
You found out
I
after
was
she
in
was
no
born?
condition to be having kids at that age.
In terms of,
Well, I was still trying to figure my life out, right?
yeah,
But I don't know.
how
Met
much?
a girl and then she got pregnant and said she wanted to have the kid. Like, all right. I wasn't even here. I was in the States.
Oh, wow. So you weren't here when your daughter was born.
No.
How old was she when you first met her?
3.
3 years old?
Yeah.
What was that like?
It was pretty cool. It
Yeah?
was pretty cool, yeah, because never had anybody call me daddy.
Yeah.
So I love when I'll tell her, keep saying it, like put that in front of your sentence. Whenever you ask me for anything, just say, what do you say first? Because I just love the sound of it.
Amazing. Yeah. I love that. I love
the
that.
sound of it. That right there was that's what I loved the most of all. And just watching like this little person that I'm responsible for, it was,
Yeah.
but like I said, at 26, I wasn't ready.
And you think that's mostly like a financial thing?
Not necessarily financial.
Okay.
It's just, I felt like I wasn't really responsible enough to have a kid.
Yeah, I get that.
You know what I mean?
I definitely get that.
And I like to be responsible. Like,
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So at that time, I felt like I was being put in a position that I didn't ask for. Well, obviously, I had something to do with it, but I just felt like, I wasn't ready. Why? And this person that had the baby was
You weren't
younger
that
than
close?
me. So
Okay, yeah,
it's
then
like,
there's
I
no
thought
way.
we were-
Yeah. She crazy?
What are you doing?
She out of control? We're kids.
Exactly. And I don't know you. I never really knew her.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that was kind of strange to me. But whatever. My daughter's a beautiful lady.
Right. And then Locke, how many years after?
Oh, so that.
How old were you when you had Locke, and how was that different?
44. I
Okay,
had
so
Locke.
that's a completely different experience. I've heard.
Yes, and that was like, we're trying to have a kid.
Yeah. Okay.
I wanted to have a kid.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I felt like I was okay. Now I feel like I could do it.
Yeah. And were you there for Locke's birth?
I was, oh yeah, I was there the whole time.
What
I
was
had,
that
I had it
like?
all on video. Too bad the video got destroyed, or it was on a computer computer started malfunctioning or whatever.
Yeah, that sucks.
But I filmed the entire, from the drive to the hospital. I had it all documented.
Adorable.
The whole thing
I'd
documented.
watch that right now.
Yeah, me too.
Me too, but I just,
Right?
like I said,
Yeah, just me too. And in the delivery room with well, his mom had a C-section,
Okay.
but I've never
That can be
experienced.
scary too.
Yeah, it was. Well, I learned so much that day because she wasn't ovulating.
Yeah. Oh, she wasn't. What's it called again?
Breach or no? Yes. Have a
wasn't-
great weekend. Not ovulating. Not
It's
ovulating.
when basically your cervix is
Yeah, she
opening up
wasn't-
to let the baby
Yeah.
out, dilating.
Dilating.
Yeah.
Sorry. Yes. Thank you.
Chris is the father too here. These.
Happy Father's Day,
Thank
Chris.
you so
How many
much.
children
Thank
do you have?
One.
Congratulations.
Son,
What are you guys
20
doing
years
this
old.
week?
Well, he's out in Montreal, so I'll be here.
Oh.
I'm hoping I'll at least get a phone call.
Oh,
hey, Sean,
Dad,
at least a phone call, right?
Dad,
You say? Yeah.
Dad.
Yeah, at least one phone call saying shout out to my. Yeah, exactly. But I want to shout out to my dad, Schofield Jackson.
I love that.
Yeah, so.
Happy Father's Day,
thank
Scorpio
you so-
Jackson.
Yeah, Schofield Jackson. That's my pops. All
Cool.
right.
Thank
That's
you.
your props.
Yeah. Yeah.
Nice.
He raised us.
She told me that she did.
Best.
Well, actually, Pete, you gotta call your dad.
I'm
No?
like, Tessa.
Yeah, no, I spoke to him the other day. Is that I just talked to my dad.
Best or most
I'm gonna go
memorable
visit my
Father's
dad.
Day gift?
I'm gonna go visit my
I
dad.
love that.
It was his birthday. No, it was his birthday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go to his grave site. I visited him.
I love that.
Yeah.
Best or most memorable Father's Day gift? And I'll start off by saying, when we were little kids, coming to you next, Russ.
Grandfather. Here's
No, I know. I'm gonna make my way down to him. I remember when I was like 6, I made my dad this felt tie, like big and yellow with all these goofy shapes on it, and he wore it. He like took me out. You know what I mean? Like I felt so
Yes.
like proud and
Yes.
stuff like that.
Yes.
Memorable Father's Day gifts, because in school, and Locke is maybe too old for this. Are they still making him do cards and stuff? No, that probably ends in like grade 3.
No, not this year. This year, no.
But you got one last
yeah,
year?
He did. Last
Yeah?
year he did. Yeah. Last year he did.
Cool.
I could do like.
Best Father's
Best
Day
father in
gift.
the world or whatever.
Yeah,
Best Father's Day, which? Sorry?
gift that you've
Gift?
received. Most touching. Doesn't have to be.
I would say that card.
Most memorable.
From Bachman. I still have
Yeah?
it. Yeah.
I can't remember. I've had few, but
Yeah.
I've had good ones.
Good.
Like I think one of the best memories I had was when they made breakfast for me.
Aww.
That was one of the best.
Yeah, that's cute.
Breakfast in bed, you know,
Cute,
kind of
yeah.
thing.
And kids love that
And
too. They
kids
feel
love that.
so
The
like.
breakfast was garbage.
Oh,
Right.
you ate it?
Little kids making eggs, like
Yeah.
you know, like
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
not
yeah,
but
yeah.
they did their best. That was the thought that counted. But yeah, that was probably the most memorable. And then, yeah, just you know, knowing that day comes, when you're a father or you're like a Mother's Day, it's a feeling of accomplishment.
For sure. Mother's Day is so different though.
Yeah,
It's like universally like
yeah,
just
Mother's
bigger.
Days are so because mothers become fathers, and you know, like they
No,
become.
no. Mothers are always mothers. Fathers are
No,
always fathers.
Mothers, when they're
There'll
single
be
on their own.
fathers. There'll be mothers that have to take on a
Yeah,
lot,
yeah.
but a mother will
Like
never be
lot
a
of
father.
mothers will celebrate Father's Day too because you know if they didn't have the father in their life, say for
No.
example.
Your mom used to celebrate Father's Day and Mother's
Well,
Day.
we'd say Happy Father's Day to my mom.
Really?
Yeah.
You guys are out of control.
Yeah.
What about your dad? Is your dad still living?
My dad's still around, but he doesn't live here. You know what I mean? And I grew up with my mom.
Yeah.
Like my mom raised me
Still.
for the most part.
Okay. And how did your mom feel about that? She was just like, yeah, I'll take it.
My mom never had anything good to say about my dad.
That's hard.
You know how, I don't know how your parents are, but I think human nature, people are just like that, right?
Yeah. My mom was never vicious about my dad, but
He's a no
she was
good-
condescending in a way.
Yeah.
You know?
I've been talking about my dad lately. Since
Oh,
I've been at the
really?
house for the last few weeks.
Like saying what?
Like just things like
They died.
oh,
He
how
died when they were
submissive.
together.
No, he died when he got remarried,
Okay.
and it's a crazy story because the stone, like his new wife,
Yeah.
put her name Hillary Cameron next to his.
Yeah,
name,
because she wants to be
'cause
buried.
She wants to be buried.
Yeah.
with him. And I was gonna tell my mom, but I'm like, no.
No.
That would just she'd go there and rip it up from the house. You know, like because she's the Cameron, Miss Cameron.
Yeah.
She's the original Miss Cameron.
Yeah.
And then now when he remarried, the other lady took on Miss Cameron. So my mom has always felt this, animosity towards that situation.
Yeah, for sure would.
So when Father's Day comes around, my mom tries to be the father, mother. You know what I mean? She doesn't try to have my dad get much love from us. I don't know if
Mish.
you understand what I mean, but
Why do people not care about
Makeup
Father's
artist.
Day?
I don't know makeup on. I just had a facial.
It's okay. I can't tell from here.
Okay.
Same thing. Beautiful.
What was the question? Sorry.
Why don't people care about Father's Day?
Well, you know what? I did not grow up with a father. I grew up with a single mother, but my grandfather is who I always made Father's Day
Oh,
cards
I
for.
love that. That's cute.
So to me, Father's Day was irrelevant because I didn't have a father.
I wonder if that's the case and why it's just not celebrated as much.
well, that's probably true.
Well,
Like it's not
They
promoted.
break up with the person, right? They tell their kids, oh, he's just a sperm donor.
I hate that word. That's like so common.
You just helped me to do this. You're not much of like a mother is the one
The
that.
crazy thing is,
Yeah.
my dad has never ever said anything bad about my mom.
No, wouldn't. How could he?
Well, my
She's
mom
raising
has
his
said some stuff
kids.
about my dad.
She's raising his kids.
Yeah, but you're mad because you're raising his kids? Like,
No,
I don't
but-
know. I don't know.
Yeah, but
I'm
that's
just- I'm
interesting.
just-
That's interesting. That's interesting.
Get ahead, you can go there.
Okay, let me wait for Panther to come in. Trying to track him, or the court supports men not seeing their children?
The separation, yeah.
Is that a fact, or are men not
I went
chasing
through
it,
it. I
enough?
went through it. I went
Okay,
through
what
it,
did
so
you
I
go
know.
through? What did you go through
And-
specifically?
None of this was even necessary, just
Yeah.
for the child support thing, right?
Yeah.
Just going through the whole process of basically, why are we even here? Like,
Yeah.
we shouldn't even be here.
Yeah.
But if the woman says, "Yo, this is the route I want to take,"
Yeah.
the court backs them up. They don't try to tell you guys to work things out. They're not into all that. They'll tell you, okay, this is what's going to happen, and that's it. And we don't really have much rights.
How often
Men-
did you see your
when I-
daughter?
I used to see her whenever I wanted to,
Yeah.
and then it turned into once a week,
Yeah.
and then it turned into supervised visits. Like, it was
What
ridiculous.
the hell? That's really scary.
Yeah, it was
How did it turn into supervised
Right,
visits?
for no reason.
Yeah.
That's what you wanted.
How was she in the relationship? Did you guys end on good terms, or was she like in love still, or like what's the deal?
It was never a relationship. That's the problem.
Okay. And how do you feel Julian's is as a father? Like, do you think you've prepared him to be a good dad?
No, I didn't get a chance because I wasn't with him till like he came back into my life when he was what 18, 19 years old. So he's
How long
21.
were you without him?
From when he was 6.
You were out of his life for 12 years?
Yeah, maybe longer than that.
Meaning
Maybe
you
it was
didn't
less.
see him at all?
I saw him on the weekends and stuff. I taught him
Okay.
how to swim.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
I got to see him for a little while, but then the mother brought somebody in his life and then sort of pushed me out of it.
He had a different dad. Did he
Stepdad, you know what I mean?
did he
Like,
call him dad?
No,
Okay.
no. They refused because the older kids wouldn't do it either, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So basically it was just the mother's
Husband.
husband. Yeah.
Happens often.
Pardon me? Yeah, it
Things happen
happens
often.
too often.
Yeah.
You know, I
Way
don't
too
like my understanding, or how I end up feeling, and maybe this is just prejudice, is that the men aren't fighting hard enough to see their kids. That's not it.
That's not it. That is not it at all. the courts are in favor of the woman, obviously.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, even though I have custody of my kid, I still have to prove through the government that you have full custody. They're like, there's no way you have full
Yeah.
custody.
Yeah.
See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But there's fathers out here that are taking care of their kids, man. So
This is
I don't
it.
know. The system needs to be updated somehow.
And what's the difference for all of us that kind of didn't grow up with our dad in the house? How different is it to actually be raising a child full time? What's the difference in like your closeness and your like the dynamic of your relationship?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Are you
Definitely.
closer with Locke because you're raising him?
Yes, yes, most definitely. I because I've watched him grow from an infant
Yeah.
and grow to who he is now.
Yeah.
It's not as shocking as when my daughter, for instance, there was a gap where I didn't see her for a while,
Yeah.
and then when I did see her,
She was huge. Scary.
and it was.
Yeah. Who are you
I felt
even?
uncomfortable.
Yeah,
it
how
made
do I
me
get
feel
to know
uncomfortable 'cause-
you?
Right, like
Yeah.
you're like a stranger to me.
Oh,
That's
that
how I
sucks.
felt. You know what I mean?
That sucks.
Yeah, but like I said, now with Locke, and I can see
Impossible.
the difference now. Like,
Yeah.
oh, okay, yeah, he's getting bigger, he's eating more. Da, 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 it makes, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
I've seen the gradual progress with Rockland.
It's hard being a dad, right? Fun. Do you have anything special planned for Father's Day?
I'm not doing planning it, so I don't know.
Yeah, there you go. Exactly. That's why I'm asking Mish. Mish, what's Pete doing for Father's Day?
Golfing is what I.
Golfing?
Golfing is what his request. I asked him what he'd like for Father's Day. He said golf.
I love it. I'm glad that you're asking and concerned and like on top of it.
Yo, men are easy, man.
Men are
We're
easy.
very simple. Yeah. We don't ask for much, eh? Yo, leave us alone for the day? That's even a thing, too.
Leave us
That's a thing,
alone
too.
for
Yeah,
the day.
just-
To do what?
Well,
Whatever we
don't
want
bug
to
us
do.
for the day. That's what I'm saying. That's as simple as that. Like, we don't need gifts and, oh, we're going to take you out to the spa and all this. No.
No,
We're
no
ready.
flowers, no cards.
Bring me
None
some
of that.
food, don't talk to me, and I'm
That's
good.
it.
There you go. See, that's why nobody celebrates you guys. You're too easy. You got to
Yeah, true.
come with
That's
more
true.
demands.
Need more demands, right?
For sure.
That's what it is.
Yeah, no, I've seen nothing about Father's Day. It's unbelievable. And by now, if Mother's Day was on Sunday, and it's Sunday, right?
Oh, it'd be all over the TV.
Everywhere. Every brand promotes it. It'd be in every window.
They do not promote Father's Day as
Unbelievable.
and your kids. It's your kids really make that the difference, right? Now, if your kid, like I said, if my son would have said, "Dad, I'm coming for you on Sunday. We're going out for lunch,"
Yeah.
then that's when I would appreciate Father's Day a lot more.
Yeah.
But when he said, "When am I seeing you? Should I come to the shop?" Like, he's
Does
not
he know it's Father's Day, babe?
I
He
don't
might
even
not.
think
He might not
comprehends
know.
Father's Day. I don't even think he thinks.
I don't
of
think he
Father's
knows
Day,
about
right?
it.
And his mom's not going to be like, make sure you call your
Yeah,
father.
exactly.
Yeah,
Well, some
Father's
moms do. I do.
Do you?
Yeah, but
Of
that's
course I
you're-
do.
you're-
that's
rare
great.
breed, though.
Well, that's you're
You're a rare breed.
rare, because I'm telling you right now, there's no pushing that, because then I know my ex would say something like, and I don't want to say something bad, just say something that she would be like, "Oh, but he wasn't there for you."
Right.
Yeah. No. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's different.
Instead
Yeah.
of saying, oh, I brought you up. He didn't really bring you up.
Yeah.
But
I'm your father.
little things.
I don't
make
like
you
that.
feel-
I don't like that. I don't. There's already a Mother's Day. Really.
Right.
Moms don't need the Father's Day.
No, and they take it. But I'm not gonna complain.
No, it is what it is, bro.
Because honestly, I actually wish for those days to just pass. You know, so
Yeah. So you don't want to think about it or be disappointed.
Yeah, you don't.
Yeah. Don't get disappointed about it.
No.
And also your
I'm not
kids
upset
just
if
might
I
not
don't talk to
remember.
my daughter.
Yeah.
I'm not upset.
No, I know.
Like
I haven't called my father in so. You know what? I'm gonna find. I haven't called my dad in so long. It's criminal. It's so bad that my dad had a heart attack and his wife didn't even let me know.
Yeah.
Wow.
Like
Again,
I found out
remarrying.
afterwards.
The remarrying and the person.
Yeah.
Okay, so if you have kids and you remarry into the next relationship,
They have to be the type to like keep the person in. The
Yeah.
problem is my dad started
I mean,
off
like,
his
put it
relationship
this
saying,
way.
"Oh, I'm always gonna love Debbie." Well,
I'm sure that
that
if
makes
I,
it hard for whoever. You know what I mean?
But
sure.
you know what? My dad, I can't say the same thing about my dad. 'Cause my dad remarried. He's got a whole new family.
Yeah.
But his wife always tells them, yo, make sure you talk to
Good.
your kids back.
Yeah, man. Have
Make sure
to.
you call them.
Have to.
Yeah.
Have to. To love a man, you automatically love his kids. You love a man, you love his children. I swear to God.
Yes.
Doesn't matter whether they're yours or not. You
Right.
just do.
Yes.
Yeah, some women are very kind and very. Some women, I'm not gonna badmouth women, but I'm just saying. Some
Everybody's
women,
different, and everybody has different
they
motives.
have yeah,
Like,
sometimes
your-
women.
Your dad's wife, she might have sincerely been afraid of your mom.
Well,
Right?
for sure,
So
because
make
you
her
know what? My
paranoid
mom
and-
brought her here.
Oh my
and
God, are
brought
you
them here
kidding me?
To help with us.
No.
And then he took off with
No.
her. Yes.
No.
She came here to help with you guys?
Hillary's came to the house, remember? Well, you weren't around. No, you weren't around at the time. So when my dad did live with us, right?
Yeah.
My mom brought in help from Guyana. A lady from Guyana.
Problematic. Yeah.
You guys are rich. Eh?
Brought her in. Not rich, but just, you know. We
Had money enough.
and we were
Yeah.
helping the lady out,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
My mom knew her from back home.
Yeah.
Twos, a year into the lady staying with us and stuff, my dad moved out. And then next thing you know, we find out that he moved in with her,
Oh, man.
right? And
Oh, so she
then
was helping you guys, but she wasn't living with you guys.
She was in the beginning, and then when she got her own place,
Okay.
then all of a sudden now my dad left.
Wow.
And then I had to go visit my dad at her house. So it always became about me seeing my dad with her.
So uncomfortable.
So uncomfortable.
Was she
So-
younger?
No, she was just an older woman, so
Yeah.
nothing younger. She wasn't even more beautiful than my mom.
Well, it
Nothing
could
like
be.
that. It's just that my dad and my mom just weren't getting along. My mom
Yeah.
was, I don't know, she was seeing somebody else. I don't know what the situation was.
Yeah.
But when they broke up,
It was right.
very bad,
Yeah.
very ugly.
Yeah.
My dad wouldn't give no support for us.
Wow.
He would barely see us. We'd
How
have
many
to,
of you
we'd have
guys
to
were there?
Beg my dad. There was 5 of us at one time.
Wow.
But one of my oldest sisters, a stepdaughter,
Yeah.
and that was a problem with my dad from the beginning, right?
He had a daughter. Your mom had
My
a daughter
mom
first.
had a daughter before
Okay.
we married my dad.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And then my dad and her had 4 kids, and then it was ugly from the get-go.
Okay.
His sister was jealous of the other sister.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Would be all the
And
different
then,
dynamics.
and my dad was such a nice man. But he lived to 94, so
Wow, God
whatever the
bless
new
him.
wife did,
Yeah.
she did right
Okay.
in a certain way, right?
Okay.
But, like, I went to his grave. I go to his grave on his birthday, which is coming up. And then I go for Father's Day. I like to go over to his gravesite. But it's heartbreaking because, man, then I'm looking at a man I barely knew. Like, he left us when I was like 6 or 7,
Wow.
right? And
And
then
so
I
you-
seen him sporadically.
Yeah, you never
I
really
always
had
knew
a
he
chance
was my
to
dad.
build
I
a
always know the
relationship.
pictures, like the pictures
Yeah.
that we took and everything. I know who he is.
Yeah.
But when I buried him now, I didn't know who I was burying.
Yeah.
You know? And then having me separate with my ex, with the children, that really took a toll on me too, because I didn't want that. We always say that, I'm not going to be like my parents.
Yeah.
And
You
then
meant it.
You can't help it. You are your parents, so you
Yeah.
can't say you're not going to be like them.
Yeah.
So if you're not tolerant in something and you're going to just say, you know what, this is not working, that's what my mom and dad did. So I did the same thing. And then I lost my kids in the process. And I didn't want that either, right? But because she moved on, I wasn't the type of guy to go knock the family door and say, let me see, I want to see my kids.
That's
and the
too
man is
bad.
in the
I
house,
feel like
right?
more men need to fight.
We should. But we can't, though. We can't because we're not going to win.
We can't. The cops.
There
That's what
has,
he's called the
that's
cops.
the
lawyer-
problem.
listen,
I
when
know,
a
because it
lawyer
becomes,
told me-
male aggression.
Yeah, but you gotta understand, a lawyer told me, you're gonna give me money, and then you're gonna end up giving her money. You're gonna
Yeah.
lose.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So he didn't even want, he didn't even let
So
me,
don't
he
even
just said, just give
bother.
it to her. Give her the house, whatever, give it to her, because you're gonna fight in court, you're gonna be paying lawyer fees to lose anyways.
Yeah.
This is no winning in this country for a man. Like, you know? Put it this way, if Father's Day fell on, say, Pride Parade weekend, what do you think would go higher? What do you think? You know, not in the sense of saying, if something
Yeah,
was
who's
to
participating,
happen,
what people think? Yeah.
like,
Pride.
you know,
Hey, been looking for you. Where
We'd
you
be
get this
definitely-
from?
oh, look at your hair.
I'm waiting for you.
I had a little bit of a break.
Cool,
I
love
was
it.
just on break, you know.
Love it. Happy Father's Day.
Oh, thank you. You know that Mother's Day is the second most celebrated holiday of all time?
Is that right?
Yeah,
Second to Christmas?
yeah.
Wow.
Christmas is first, and,
Wow.
then, and then Mother's
Wow,
Day.
that's why it's
Gu-
like a money grab.
Guess where
So
Father's
where's
Day?
Father's
Guess where
Day?
Father's Day lands?
After Halloween.
After Halloween. Father's Day is 20 on the list. Name me 18 holidays.
Name
can't.
18 holidays
I
for me
can't.
because I
So
don't
it's
know
definitely
it.
Pride is definitely ahead of Father's Day then.
Listen, they put everybody ahead of
Canada
us.
Day.
Sorry
But you know
about
what?
that.
You know what?
Make 2-4 weekends.
You guys couldn't have did it without us.
That's a fact.
So, you know.
That's a fact. Let's get
You
into
know,
the science of it
we're-
because
we're
we
not-
don't even
we're-
think about it enough.
We're not gonna knock.
The
We're not
actual
gonna knock the
children-
moms because it's not even the moms' fault. But the youth them for step up star.
Nah,
No,
yeah,
man, the youth,
yeah,
they
yeah,
need
yeah,
to step
for sure,
up,
for
man.
sure. I'm passing it
Yeah,
to the kids.
man, they
You're right,
they-
you're
it's
right,
on the
you're
kids,
right,
man.
you're right, you're
The
right.
kids need to step up.
You're right.
But you know what? I'll say this. I'll put this on camera. My kid them have my back still. I'm not gonna lie.
Good. That's what
Yeah,
I'm
man.
saying. Okay, so what do
Yeah,
your kids
man.
do for you on
My
Father's
kids have
Day?
my back.
Most memorable Father's Day gift?
Most memorable Father's Day gift?
Not even something like money wise, just like most.
No, because I don't want gifts like that from them.
Yeah.
So I take like food, like make me something, you know?
I love that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
Breakfast in bed
I had
was
breakfast.
his most
It
memorable.
was a shitty breakfast, but it was the best.
Guys, a
breakfast.
simple man. You're
They
simple.
brought the tray. You know that kind of thing. They bring the tray and then
Yeah.
the kids running
Yeah,
up
yeah,
there.
yeah.
Is it daddy?
The best.
The juice
That's
is
the best
spilling
one.
on the food. It's like
Yeah, that's the best one.
Yeah,
the food's not even good.
thanks.
It's not even good.
The food's not even
The
good.
eggs are burnt.
But you know
But
what?
it tastes great.
They made them, so
Yeah,
you know, it's,
yeah.
it's a big thing.
Yeah. How old were you when you became a father? First
It
time.
actually makes
How
me
old was I when I became a father?
Yeah.
17 years old.
Wow.
Yeah,
Okay, and your youngest daughter right now is?
19.
So what's the difference? And how old were you when you had her then? So you're like 20 something. 27.
Why you putting my age out
Sorry.
there like that, man? I was holy part time.
Cool. So you're like the same age these guys were the first time they had their kid, but your last child was the same age as their first child.
Yeah,
What was
yeah.
the difference
Well,
in
you have-
parenting and the whole experience?
you
Because
have-
17 to 26.
You have experience, man. That
Yeah.
Back then, like, you know, it's hard, you know, you're rolling with the punches. You don't really know much, you know. You got to be asking everybody what to do. But
Yeah.
once you get to it and have done it a couple of times, you know, then you don't have to ask somebody, you know how to handle it.
How did you feel at 17 becoming a dad? Like really, first reaction?
I was
Scared.
I was happy.
Yeah? You weren't afraid?
No,
Oh, that's good.
no, I wasn't afraid. I was
Yeah, that's
happy.
good. Plus, it's different times too.
I
Because
was
them
happy.
days, everybody wanted babies.
And back then, you already know, like, you had to be doing something.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
doing
yeah.
nothing like
Yeah,
these kids
yeah.
do nowadays.
That's it.
Wasn't cutting it. I had to stop going to school because I needed diapers and formula. Right?
Wow.
So it's like school or formula and diapers.
That's a huge.
Formula
You deserve.
and diapers.
You deserve that baby. That baby calls you for Father's Day, right?
Of course.
That baby better call you every
Of course,
Father's Day.
of course.
That baby better not forget a
yeah,
Father's
man.
Day.
Yeah, man. She's an honorable child. They're all
Good.
good. All three
Good.
of the daughters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you have
They're
any
good.
biological sons?
Yes, I do.
How old?
He's gonna be 30.
Wow. What was my question with that one? Have you prepared him? What have you passed on to him to be a father? Like I was asking Sean what he thought of Julian as a dad. Is he a dad? You have- yeah, okay. How is he as a dad?
He's a good dad.
Cool.
He's a good dad. And basically, you know, you just try to instill things into them that, you know, that they will take on to their children, you know, and I see him doing that, you know. It's a good thing. It's a good thing when you see the past torch and you don't have to worry, you know.
Yeah, for sure. You guys ever beat the kids? Yeah. Beat less. If you grew up in the same house as your
The
dad,
mother.
for sure your dad's beating. If you didn't grow up in the same house as your dad, your dad's not beating.
When I was with
I don't
my
know.
kids, the mother, she was the stick for sure.
Yeah, but you did you?
I didn't.
Yeah, I
never.
know. Most dads don't. I find.
All you have
Yeah.
to do is just get
Yeah,
screw up
yeah,
your face, you know,
honestly.
talk loud, and they start
Honestly,
crying.
yeah.
That's it. I didn't even have
Yeah.
to lick them. You know what? I'm lying. I licked them one time,
Yeah.
and it was bad. Because after I did it, I felt bad for licking. It wasn't much. It was just a slap.
Yeah,
It was just a
but
slap on
still,
the bum.
yeah.
But it was a hard one, and
Yeah.
after I did it, I felt bad.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I won't
Softies.
ever do that again. But it was
Softies.
deserved.
Yeah, almost.
Yeah.
Pick me, forget beat.
It wasn't, you know, if some people might feel excluded.
No, I didn't hear that. Parents' Day. So there's 2 Parents' Days. So this week is also Parent
No,
Day.
this was back in May when it was Mother's Day.
Yeah.
One of the schools wasn't going to celebrate it as Mother's Day because people might feel excluded.
I missed that. I missed that. I missed that one.
Father's Day and
That
say,
was in the beach. That was here.
Wow.
That was because 6 students at Q Beach came up with the idea of not having it called Mother's Day because it excluded some people.
oh my
It does
God.
not reflect the
Of course it's gonna
inclusivity of our
exclude people.
community.
Of course, it's called Q Beach.
It's only for females.
It doesn't exclude people.
birth.
There's
saying,
a
not
Mother's
every
Day and
female
there's a
is a mother.
Father's Day, and that's it.
Be trans and be a mother.
No, I think it's
but I
about.
think it's because if their mother is gone or died or
Yeah,
something.
yeah. If your mother, or if you're raised by foster parents, or raised by an aunt
Well,
and an
you
uncle
get-
or a grandparent.
Friend, man.
She has to go to her, she lives in London, she has to go see her dad for Father's Day. But she's coming back.
Oh, love it.
the
We're
next
talking
day.
about Father's Day.
National Venus
I only had a couple hours.
Mother's Day when you don't have a mom.
What if you're non-binary
Yeah.
and have a child? What do you celebrate then?
You don't. Or you either don't, or you advocate for one of the days to be called Parents' Day. That's what it is. That's what it's
Well, that's
become.
the question, and I guess it's not unfair, but it's neither Father's Day nor Mother's Day. Or they could celebrate both.
The fact that there isn't a Parents' Day is kind of the sacrifice. So deciding to be non-binary, you're sacrificing a Father's Day or a Mother's Day. There you go. It's part of the deal. It's part of the deal. It's what it is. So I'm loving the preppy look, sir. Like the polo. Come on.
We're saying that because if you grow up and you don't have a mother or
Yeah.
your mother's not nice to you.
Okay.
What? What a sensitive society is.
This is, this is
It's
baiting
too much.
everybody.
It's too much.
I can't stand them. But I love my mom. I can just,
Gosh.
Come on.
my mom traumatized me when I was young. She beat
No
me.
one's perfect,
Better than
man.
my dad even did. She didn't even let my dad in. I couldn't even get a bond with my dad. My mom stepped in and she, like, just life, man. Like,
But it's the culture where they come from
But
as
we
well,
grew-
right? Their parents
You
probably
think- you
treated
think
them
I
that
said-
way,
you think I
right?
said-
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Mom?
Yeah,
You think
yeah,
I'm
for
saying I
sure.
don't have
Right?
a mom
For
now
sure.
because these people are saying, oh, they weren't nice to me. If I say that about my mom,
Happy Father's Day.
Markham. When the
Happy Father's Day. Oh, sorry. Do you have kids?
Yeah,
Happy Father's Day.
Thank you.
How many children do you have?
2 to the best of my knowledge.
I love it. How old were you when you first became a father?
I was 42.
Wow. Okay. So people generally think that having children later on in life, you feel it's different, more settled, more prepared. Were you prepared?
Yeah, I never wanted to have children. When I
Okay.
was growing up, I thought I'd never have children. I only dated women who didn't want children.
Why?
Often
That's
much
interesting.
older,
Why
because
didn't you want
I thought I
kids?
didn't know how to be a father because I had no father.
Interesting.
I had no hands-on father. Like
Yeah.
my father lived in the house, but he would, when we were little, he'd come back after we were asleep and stay in bed until we left.
Okay.
And so he never had dinner with us. He never played with us.
Wow.
He was like a stranger living in the house.
Yeah.
I knew he was my father. He wasn't like a total stranger, but there's no relationship at all.
Yeah.
I thought, what do I know about being a father? And then when I was 30, my brother killed himself, and
Oh.
I think that sort of changed me in a lot of ways.
Yeah.
And then when I was 40, I met someone who wanted children,
Cool.
so I had them. And
Well, I'm glad it went that way.
yeah, now I'm thinking of having more, which I think is sort of crazy.
You're thinking of having more? Well, the fact that you can is like beautiful. So I love that. So please do.
Well, I could do it in between dinner and dessert.
Yeah,
What are you
there
doing
you
later?
Excuse me. As far as I know, you just had a hot date flying from New York City.
I did, but
Okay.
I think it's almost my duty to breed as much as possible, or to just do, I look at my kids, let alone me, but I
Yeah.
look at my kids and they're the most beautiful, brilliant creatures
I
on
love
the planet.
that. I love
And
that.
I know I'm a little bit biased.
Yeah.
But,
But
even,
no, yes,
even
they are,
without
they are.
bias, they're so
Yeah.
intelligent, talented,
Yeah.
kind.
I love that. I can believe that. What are you doing for Father's Day?
I don't know. I usually don't do anything. You know.
Best Father's Day gift that you remember? And it doesn't have to be, it's just like even
My
sentimental.
kids used to make me these beautiful, beautiful cards.
Right?
And draw stuff and make little tiny gifts for me.
Yeah.
And that meant something because my ex would take them out and buy like a fancy sweater,
Yeah.
a coat, or a leather, like whatever.
Yeah.
But I could buy that stuff myself. So I never thought buying something really meant anything for anyone. Like buying is like throwing money to get away,
Yeah, yeah.
you know.
Cool.
And especially like as a lawyer, I used to see all the every lawyer sent his secretary to buy Mother's Day gifts, to buy birthday presents. I think I'm the only guy I know who shop for presents themselves.
Yeah. Huh.
What is
Well, happy Father's Day.
Okay, thank you.
documentary?
Oh shit.
Happy Father's Day.
Thank you very much, love.
You're welcome. How old were you when you first became a father?
21, 22.
Oh, cute. Me too. So that's adorable.
Awesome.
How did you feel? Were you nervous? Were you afraid?
Uh,
Were you ready? Did you think you were ready?
I was ready.
Okay, I love that.
I was mentally ready.
Yeah.
My kid saved my life. He was the best thing that ever happened to me.
Beautiful.
God placed him in my life for a reason.
Did you see were you there for his birth?
I was right at the foot of the bed watching, like cried when he came out. Most emotional experience I've ever had in my life.
I love that. I know the first birth that I saw still, like I was moved by it.
Yeah. It was
Like there's something about it. Like it's a thing.
just watching your life come into this world.
Yeah. It affects you. Favorite Father's Day gift? Best Father's Day gift that you've gotten?
My best Father's Day gift I got was actually from my baby mother, who I wasn't with anymore. Like after 3 years we were separated, but she paid for a photography session for me and my kid.
Oh,
So
that's
we got
beautiful.
pictures taken. It was really nice of
That's
her.
beautiful.
It was really nice of her.
That's perfect.
I'll give her that. That's about it.
And how many kids do you have?
Hopefully just one.
A son. A son, right?
Hopefully just one.
What do you think your son will take from you, like as a father? Like, what has he learned from you? Like, do you think you've helped him become somebody that would be a good father?
100% I do. I think I've taught them good values and morals about how to be a man, how to be a good person. That I'll carry. I do. I don't think he's a bad. I think he's retained a lot from me as I've grown over the years about how to be a better person. So we've grown together.
Cool. And what are you doing this Father's Day?
Barbecue at my father's with my brother, my sisters, the whole family will be there. And some steak, some lobster, all that good stuff.
Beautiful. Happy Father's Day.
Thank you. Yes.
You're
Happy
welcome.
Father's Day.
How many children do you have?
I got 2 children.
How old were you when you first became a father?
I was. I don't want to say young. I don't want to say old. But I was in between. But I had kids. Like my kids right now. One is 12. The other one's turning 11. You know what I'm saying? So, but I had kids. You know what I mean? All my friends, they had kids from way back. And
Yeah,
so,
yeah.
like,
So you feel
my
like-
goddaughter, she just turned like 23
Wow.
last week. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, shit. So I don't know. We had kids. I just don't want to put everyone's numbers out there like that. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's it. But I got 2 kids. You know, I got 2 daughters. I got a bunch of godchildren. Shout out to all my godchildren. Shout out to my daughters.
Love
Shout,
that.
you know what I'm saying? And I got like even when we grew up, like all my people, like I said, they had kids since young. So
Yeah.
all their kids were like my kids too. You know, growing up and shit, taking care of them. You know what I mean?
And
So
were
I
you
had
ready?
kids.
Did you feel ready?
Yeah, well, yeah, I wasn't ready, but I had to be ready because it, like I said, I was kind of overdue. I wasn't overdue, but all my people had kids,
Yeah,
whatever,
yeah,
you know what I'm
yeah.
saying? It was time. So when I heard I was having kids, I was kind of worried, I was kind of nervous, but it is what it is, you know what I'm saying?
Good. I'm glad you
Yeah,
did it,
it's
man.
natural,
So
you
how
know
come
what
you
I'm
waited?
I didn't wait, you know, it just happened how it happened.
Yeah.
And I didn't do it on purpose either, so it just
Cool.
happened, you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
I love that.
I just go with the flow, so life just happens how it happens. So my time just came, you know, and that's what it was, you know. I just ended up having those 2 nice little baby girls, you know. So shout out to my 2 daughters, you know what I'm
on.
saying? You know, big up to them, and that's what it is. And shout out to, like I said, all my nieces, all my nephews. I got some nieces, I got some nephews. They're like mine too.
Yeah,
Plus
dope.
all my friends, they all got kids, and their kids are like my nieces and nephews as well too. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? And like I said, really, my godchildren. So shout out to all the children. You know, it's all
Favorite
about
Father's Day gift?
I don't know. I can't say. You know,
Like a card?
always.
When I was
get cards
6, I
every
made my
year.
dad like a funky tie and he
Yeah,
like
yeah,
wore
no,
it
no,
out.
no. My
you
kids,
know what I mean?
no, no, no.
Like,
Shout out to my girls. You know,
Yeah.
they make me cards. They make me stuff. They get me stuff too because we have other family. Even though the little, they're little, they can't get much, but they'll get it like with the family. Like
Yeah.
their moms will get something and send it,
Yeah,
or
yeah.
or my mom, who's their grandma, will get it with them. Whatever.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So they'll always take care of me. I'm always super good. You know, Father's Day is like, you know, and growing up. You know what's crazy? We could put this out here because I always got to drop the knowledge on the, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to Hot TV. But growing up, where I'm from, and I'm sure a lot of other places are like that too.
Yeah.
You didn't hear much about Father's Day. You know what I'm saying?
Here, right now, you don't hear much about
It
Father's
wasn't
Day.
when something like, you know what I mean?
Panther was saying on the list of holidays, Father's Day is 18.
Yeah, you don't hear because
After Halloween.
no, where we're from.
Mother's Day is second to
Yeah.
Christmas.
I never.
Mother's Day is second to Christmas. Father's Day is one
you
after
see what
Halloween.
happens because a lot of people, they didn't grow up with fathers or they don't have fathers.
Apparently,
you know what I'm saying?
most people didn't grow up with
Yeah,
fathers.
you never heard like
Let's do the
like where I'm
numbers on
from.
that.
I never heard
That's
nobody
crazy.
say the term. I never heard nobody say the term "my father." You know,
Wow.
there was maybe one or two,
Yeah.
maybe one
Wow.
or two guys, and they would be like, "Oh, I'm gonna go see my father,"
Yeah.
or "I was with my father," but you never heard, or my dad, or whatever. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? You never heard other guys be like, "Yo, there's my dad," or "Yo, my dad's getting me," or "I'm with my dad," or "Yeah, I was with my dad." My dad.
So
It's always my
much.
mom. You know what I'm saying?
How important are fathers? Talk to me about it. How important are fathers? Because that's too.
Well, if you ask me, fathers are important, but believe it or not, both parents are equal.
Yeah.
But to me personally, and I should say because a father's got to step it up, and that's why I'm going to say what I'm about to say. Mothers are a little more important than fathers, I would say. Mothers, you know, fathers are very important. Like, especially if you have a daughter, a father's important, you know what I'm saying? Because we've seen it all, you know what I'm saying? Sons too, you know? But mothers are very important too. Both parents, it's a blessing, right? Don't get me twisted or get me wrong, right? But just growing up how we grew up or knowing what we know, right? Until I see something else or know or notice or understand something, like you don't really hear too much. Like, I'm sure there's a lot of like deadbeat moms and shit like that, but you don't hear like,
It's less
you hear
often,
more
for
deadbeat
sure.
dads.
Yeah, for
You know what I
sure.
mean? Or you hear a deadbeat dad, you hear abusive dad, you hear absent father, you hear these terms, right?
Yeah.
These other terms you'll hear, right? I didn't make it like that. And I'm not saying, you know what I mean? Like, we wish there was a change or there could be a change, but yeah, if you ask me, mothers are maybe a little more important, you know?
Well,
fathers
that's why
are more
Mother's Day
important.
is number 2.
Yeah,
And Father's Day is number 18.
Fathers are important.
Get stressed to talk about how important dads are. And he said, growing up, he never heard nobody talk about no Happy Father's Day. He never heard nobody talk about my dad, even. It was always maybe like 2 people were saying, I'm going to go see my dad, but nobody ever talked about their dad. So his position is maybe mothers are more important than dads.
Yeah,
And so I said, that's why Mother's Day is number 2. That's why Mother's Day is number 2.
But you need to
Father's Day is
ask
number
him
18.
how he feels about being a dad.
I did.
Ask him that. Don't ask him about his dad. That he doesn't
I didn't
know.
ask him about his
Ask him
dad.
about how
I said,
he feels about being a dad,
how important
and how
are
it makes him
fathers.
feel to be a
I
dad,
said, how
and how
important
it
are
makes him feel
fathers.
when he
I am.
sees
I'm
his
gonna follow up
children
with that.
in his eyes, and he
I'm gonna
sees
follow up with that.
and he sees
I'm gonna follow up
himself
with that.
in his children.
I
How
wanted
does that
to
make
talk
him
about,
feel?
I wanted him to talk about the importance of fathers.
Yeah, but
and fatherhood. So
yeah,
I was
ask him
expecting him
about
to be like
fatherhood to his
inspired.
children, not fatherhood to his.
In
to
general.
him. He didn't have a father. so
Yeah.
that's why he says this.
Yeah.
Happy Mother's Day.
Thank you.
All right, I
Okay,
gotta go.
Shez. Sorry, new angle. New angle. New angle.
What's the new angle? What's the new angle? Tell me.
Ross says that I should have asked you about your own fatherhood experience. Because I wanted you to talk about the importance of fatherhood from your own experience. How important are fathers?
Yeah, and you
From
can
your
mix
own
it up.
experience.
Yeah,
What
you
has
can
fatherhood been like for you?
Yeah, me being a father?
Yeah.
Or having no father? Which one?
Being a father.
Yo, me being a father, to be real, there's so much I can say, but there's one thing I'll say because everybody knows. I'm out here. Everyone knows me for,
I'll get some from you tomorrow, right?
Yeah. Make sure you're good. Okay, I'll say.
Bye, Dad. Take care.
Hey, me being a father, it made me become like a nicer person,
I
and it
love
slowed
that.
me down. It slowed me down big time. You know what I'm saying? And it kind of gave me like a reason to like live now too, and like, you know what I'm saying, and take it easy. You know what I'm saying? Step, you know what I'm saying, but step lightly. You know what I'm saying? You gotta step light.
What
you know?
impact do you think your presence has had in your daughter's lives compared to knowing people that didn't grow up with a father? What's the difference? What difference do you see in your daughter?
Well, my daughters, like, they know. They're young, but like they know, like they don't. You know what I'm saying?
How important are fathers?
Fathers are very important.
Based on
because
your
think
own
about it. A father like me,
experience. Yeah.
even
There
though
you
my
go.
kids are young,
Yeah.
even though they're young,
Yeah.
they know stuff and they're going to know stuff. So, for example, and I don't want to use this as example, if or when they want to talk to somebody, what boy or something, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? They're gonna know like how to move or like what type
love
of guy.
that.
They can't be like,
I
yo,
love
my dad is not gonna be having this type of stuff around. You know what I mean? Like, I'll keep it real, and even if like Like my kids know me and they know like certain stuff. I don't even like put them really onto or let them know like that. You know what I'm saying? Like my one, you know what I'm saying? Like I don't like certain music. I won't play around them. Certain stuff I don't do. I still let them do them, and I still keep it cool. But like I try to show them, like, you know what I'm saying, like about more niceness, like manners and respect, love for yourself more, because you know I know what it's like. I grew up with 2 sisters too, and a single mom, right? So I know what it is, and with the girls, you know, it could be hard and rough without that father, aka big brother type of thing going. You know what I mean? Or like you know, so. Like I was saying earlier, even though I said like moms are more important or whatever, fathers are very important. Like you gotta be present. You gotta be present. That's key, right? Like you don't have to do everything. You don't gotta spend millions of dollars, or you don't gotta like be there every single bingo day. But be present. Be accessible. Be accessible. Be found. You know what I'm saying? Be found. Be accessible. Be known. So because you don't want to, like I said, we grew up. You don't want your kids to grow up like how we grew up and be, oh, we never heard of fathers, or we never heard this. You know what I'm saying? You don't want your kids to grow up like that. So you gotta be present. So when your kids grow up now, they can say, yeah, I have a dad. This is my dad, so and so. Or certain guys talk to if it's your daughter, or certain girls talk to your son and say, I can't talk to you. If my parents even seen you and knew you, like, are you crazy? Like you're not even on the level. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta be present. You gotta be present. Present is key. You gotta have that. You know, you gotta have that presence, and you gotta have that knowledge. You know what I'm saying? And that wisdom to give to these kids. You know what I'm saying? The youth, not just your own children. You know, we gotta. You know what I'm saying? We gotta do more for the youth, because as you can see, you know, the world is going in a certain way.
And we need you guys. We need
change.
leaders, like really, real life. We need men to be leaders.
You need leaders, yeah. Men gotta lead. Men gotta step it back up.
Yeah.
Yeah, they gotta step back up. They gotta start leading. Yeah. You gotta start back.
Yeah.
Men gotta start back.
Honestly,
That's for real. Yeah.
Honest to God.
That's for
Honest
real.
to God.
That's for real.
Honest to God.
They gotta do it.
Yes.
Big up my dad.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Louis Jordan.
Come on.
Original from St. Anne's, Riverhead.
Yeah, man.
Them man there used
Daddy.
to sell fudge.
Come on.
Ask anybody about my dad. My dad used to sell fudge. My dad is a general in the community. Yeah. If you never have no money, at the end of the day, you get free fudge.
Come on.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Big up Mr. Rose.
Daddy.
You don't know. Happy Father's Day.
That's beautiful. This debate has to be done.
I'd rather, obviously.
Pete says it feels the same with the condom.
Huh?
Xavier says it does not feel the same with the condom. I know it doesn't feel the same with the condom, and right? No. Impossible. Impossible.
Anyone who says differently hasn't had sex.
Pete's had sex. He's got 2 kids to prove it. Jenner's saying there's no way you think it feels the same with the condom.
It does.
It does not. It does not.
Hey, because there's nobody's going in that shit, dog. This guy's going in numb.
Now be.
He's a big man. That's how you guys.
No.
It feels the same to him.
It feels the same? There's no way.
No.
It doesn't.
Completely.
I know it
I ain't
doesn't.
gonna touch
No.
that. That's
I know.
completely, yeah. That's day and night. That's it. We ain't gonna touch on it.
And that would have worked if people didn't screw up.
Final word on Father's Day.
On Father's Day?
A happy Father's Day.
Yeah, that's all I have to say. It's Happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there. And the kids need to make a big deal out of Father's Day. That's the only way we're going to change this.
The ranking on the holiday list.
Yes. Yeah, we need to get farther up.
Yeah. At least above Halloween.
Thank you for watching another episode of Shop Talk. Please remember to press that subscribe button down at the bottom. Please.
I did it.